So now we're going to look at the drops of penny and the data that we turn into a box plot, plot it on a number line. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. Now, the first thing I have done is I have put the median, and I put a little hash mark to show where the median is, which is 18.5. The second thing I did was then to put a mark where the first quartile would be, or 12.5. So I put a hash mark there as well. The third step I took was to mark where the third quartile is, or 23.5, since that was our median of the upper half, and I put a hash mark there. Then I'm going to connect all of those lines together in the shape of a box, of two rectangular boxes basically. And that is the box part of the box plot. The only two things left to do are to extend a line from each end of the box to the lowest extreme and the upper extreme. So I extended a line from the first quartile down to 4, since that was the lowest number of drops of water on a penny. And then I extended one from the third quartile, or the upper end of the box, to the upper extreme, which was 27 drops on a penny. And that's a box plot on a number line. Now, if you look at this diagram, what I've done, I've labeled something between the first quartile and the third quartile, IQR. That stands for interquartile range. That means it's the range of data from the first quartile up to the third quartile only. So disregard the extensions or the whisker part of the plot and just only focus on the box. The box represents what we call the interquartile range, which basically is 50%, the middle 50% of the data. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate and show you how to interpret, analyze, and read a box plot when it's, say, on a number line. I always read them in English because it's the only language I really understand, and even not completely, but it's the only language that I'm able to do this in. So in English, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to analyze and interpret the box plots on a number line. What I did recently, I went on a shopping adventure. Well, it wasn't really an adventure. It was terrifying, actually, but I went to the store and I bought some items. And what I've done, I've taken the cost of those items and I've rounded them to the nearest dollar amount just to make it more practical for this situation. So I left off the change amount and I rounded to the nearest dollar. And I graphed a box plot onto a number line. And I have some questions that I'm going to ask you, and then I'm going to give you the answers so that you can become more familiar with how to read them and how to analyze and interpret a box plot. Question 1. What is the median cost of the items that I bought? The answer to question number 1, what is the median? The median cost of my items was $3. Question 2. What was the lowest cost item I bought? Question number 2's answer is 1. The lowest cost item I bought was $1. Question 3. What is the interquartile range? What that means is, what is the range between the first quartile and the third quartile? Well, the third quartile is $6. The first quartile is $1.50. So to find the range, I'm just going to simply subtract $6 minus $1.50. That gives me $4.50. So my interquartile range was $4.50. Question 4. According to this box plot, how many items did I buy that cost me between $3 and $6? The answer to question number 4 is you cannot tell or come up with an answer for this particular question. This type of graph does not tell you exactly how many items are in a certain section of the box plot. Remember, they tell you a percentage. So I know that between the median and the third quartile, there's 25% of my items that I bought there, but you are unable to tell how many items I bought because I didn't give you the total number of items I bought to begin with. So the answer to this one is you're unable to determine that answer based on the information that I've given you. You know that it's 25% of the items there that range between $3 and $6, but you do not know how many items there are because I did not give you the total number of items I bought in the first place. Now, if I did, then you could figure out how many 25% of that particular total amount would be. I once had $100,000 and I gave a quarter of it to a friend. That left me with $99,999.75.